Okay, my friends, welcome to another Let's Play of AI Dungeon Morrowind. But first, very quickly, release day, the gauntlet has dropped. It is March 12, 2025. You know, I won't go into too much detail, but I'll say nowadays, I guess until I don't know, fully recover, but mostly I won't even say that, it's embarrassing, but I will say I'm able to I'm not able to sit up for too long of periods at a time right now, until I fully recover, I'll say. But I got the urge to want to play this because I was just watching, or rather finishing up, my good friend Grumpy Scamp's AI Dungeon Let's Play. It's an adventure that he made, basically wrote laid out the foundation for it and the guidelines for it, and is playing it. And he just released it only for himself, but I will say it's about strange disappearances of men, and all the men are always, seen around beautiful women, and he gets caught up in it, and there's something supernatural involved, and something that starts off in a tavern, I will say, and as per usual, a beautiful lady is involved, and it leads to a carriage ride, a chase, and other supernatural beings coming out of the water, I'll say, and talking trees. Let's say possibly talking trees. I'll say living trees. I'll say that. I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm gonna leave the link down below, and and shout out my good friend Grumpy Scamp once again. Do check him out. Check out that Let's Play. Another person I want to give a shout out to was I had it. I can't remember now who the second one was. This is kind of almost spur of the moment, I guess. But and I'm new to this YouTuber, and he's become a friend of mine, and he's been leaving messages for a little while now. It's the Fixed Wasteland, I think it is. The Fixed Wasteland. Another great Let's Player that I discovered. I didn't even know he created Let's Plays, but when you head on over there, you'll see that he does some old school games. He's an old school gamer. And if you read his about page, you learn a little bit about him. He started out with Pong, and also he's into roguelike, so do check him out as well, and give him a sub. So down below I'll leave the links to both Grumpy Scamp and to the Fixed Wasteland. Okay, so anyways, by watching my good friend Scamp's AI Dungeon adventure, it got me kind of inspired, I guess, or got the urge to want to play this one again. And I've been meaning to come back to it, but sometimes you forget. Release day, the gauntlet has dropped. New models, tougher choices, and the stories that pull no punches. Enter the arena with Wayfarer large. Okay, yeah, I'll cancel that. That's very cool. And I'm just looking over to make sure that I have everything, like everything is proper. It's recording correctly. It's screen capture, and my input mic is good. Okay, so I'm going to continue with my Morrowind game, and I'll say, let me continue. Oh, great, here we are. So hopefully it's continuing and there's no mishaps to this, but I've been playing these AI dungeon games wrong. and I can't remember because it's been so long, but if I did it with this one. But I've known about this AI dungeon game for, I want to say, at least 2 years, maybe even closer to 3 years. But I've been trying to play it like a real, I don't want to say text-based RPG, like what I still consider RPG, like a Zork, adventure game or anything like that. But I was trying to implement as close as possible D&D rules, but it's a little bit too complex to have to calculate all of those equations. Like, it doesn't get it quite right. So the best way to play this game really is to just let the story play out with you. When you're typing things, you kind of influence the direction that the story goes, and you don't really care too much about the numbers, or because really there isn't any kind of equations or dice rolls or anything like that. It literally is AI dungeon, an AI story being unfolded in front of you, where it kind of procedurally generates the story with you kind of influencing it along the way. So that's how I should really be playing that. So let me just kind of go up a little bit to refresh my memory. Hadaris, the spell merchant, focuses his gaze on the board and then looks back at you with a smile. The healing spell, a simple but okay, this is where I got a healing. So okay, I do remember going to a merchant. Was this back in Balmora? Was I in well, I can offer you spells from all 5 schools of magic, destruction, restoration. Okay, right? You study the list of spells you've learned thus far, which include Fire Bolt, okay, a basic destruction spell that releases small bolt of flame. Okay, healing. Okay. Spells from it. You look at your known spells. Okay, I'll just continue and see where it takes me. Additionally, Hadaris continues, his voice gaining enthusiasm. I can offer advanced spells like Fireball, much better than Firebolt, where that's more of single target. Fireball gets things in a radius, so you kind of have to be careful with that. Frostbite and Lightning Bolt in the Destruction School. For restoration, I have Heal Wounds and Greater Healing. I have just a basic healing spell, which provide more substantial recovery. He taps a finger against his chin thoughtfully. Alteration grants spells like telekinesis and oak flesh. Right. Take a turn. Where can I type? How do I? Oh, here. Okay. Do say story. See. What do you want to do? Check coin purse to see how much currency I have. Oops. I have left. Okay. You open your coin purse, and I don't know how accurate this is, and I don't want to have to scroll freaking all the way up there just to see like what it was. I mean, it's just gonna be too much, so I'll just continue from this here. You open your coin purse and count the remaining septims inside. After a moment, you determine that you have 125 septims left. The recent purchase of the healing spell for 50 septims have left you with this amount. I don't know, something doesn't sound accurate about this, but that's okay. You consider your options carefully, knowing that you'll need to be mindful of your spending in this unfamiliar land. Where am I? What do I want to do? Do I store what happens next? No. Say do. What do you see? No. Can I just put it here? What city or town am I in again? I'm asking this. Ah, Balmora. I knew it. Why unfamiliar? The bustling city of Dunmer culture, and this whole place is Dunmer, this whole Morrowind city, land, but I recall you've journeyed here to the Mages Guild, a place of magical learning and practice. The streets outside are a mix of sandstone buildings and dark volcanic rock with the ever-present Odai River. I remember that. You know, those are the directions, you know, when you leave Balmora, you just kind of make that left across that very short bridge, you know, when you're gonna go to, I think it's Arcanthimes. Not Arcanthimes, but Arcanthimes, I think, is from Skyrim, you know, when you start that, what was it, that Dwemer quest to get the Ethereum, right? But it's also Arcanthand or something like that. I think it is Arcanthand. That place to get the Dwemer puzzle box. The city is divided into 4 distinct districts: the Mouth, the Market, the Hollow, and Halaran Plain. Okay, not Hulalu, House Halalu. I'm Falalu, House Falalu, right? I'm Falalu, House Halalu. Okay, was that the Golden Carafe in Oblivion? I think it was. Well, in any case, yeah, I knew it. All right, so I will say how much for the fireball spell. Hadaris, with a knowing smile, responds to your inquiry about the fireball spell. Fireball, a classic choice for any mage looking to deal significant damage from a distance, because you never know. I mean, maybe there's a group of enemies that I just don't want to confront, you know, hand to hand or, you know, up close. The particular, or at least I can thin out the herd, right? That particular spell will set you back hundreds. All right. He leans in slightly, his voice lowering to a more confidential tone. But I warn you, fireball is not without risk. Listen, friend. Since I have those, I think I bought at least 1 or 2 things, right? Those previous purchases from you. Is there any way you can cut me a little excuse me, a little slack on the fireball spell? I hope he does it. You know, even if he knocks off like 100 or 10, 20 septims. Hadaris leans back in his chair, stroking his beard thoughtfully as he considers a request. After a moment, he leans forward again, a glimmer of a smile on his lips. Well, since you've been a loyal customer, I suppose I could be persuaded to offer a small discount on the fireball spell. Tell you what, I'll let you have it for 90 septims. Yes, very good. Take it, sir. I thank thee. With a flourish, Hadaris places the glowing blue crystal containing the fireball spell in your hands, and you slip it into your inventory. Hadaris smiles, pleased to make the sale, and adds, feel free to stop by again any time if you're interested in the spells. The Mages Guild also offers other amenities, such as the spell library upstairs, where you can learn from scrolls. What is this? All right. Hadaris smiles. Please. Oh no, okay. You nod gratefully to Hadaris and turn to leave the training area, making your way back downstairs to the main hall of the Mages Guild. Quest journal to see if I am currently on any quest. Yeah, because I can't remember. Explore the shrine in the Ashlands where you found the amulet. Okay, yeah, I do kind of remember that. You know, so for you guys, be sure to check out that previous episode. Research the origins and nature, which is something I should have done, but you know, if I'm gonna watch a Let's Play, I watch somebody else. I mean, sometimes I will look through mine, but usually, you know, before I upload to make sure that everything is fine and the sound is on. But sometimes I do forget. But research the origins and nature of the magical amulet at the Mages Guild. I haven't done that yet, huh? Gain more information about the ancient ruins in the area. These quests are marked as ongoing and have not yet been completed or failed. The Mages Guild are can certainly provide resources to aid in your investigation of the amulet's origins. This one. Can I click it? What happens when I do that? Nothing. Do. Okay. Hadaris, dost thou know of anyone here in the guild, in the Mages Guild, who can provide any insight on this magical amulet I found? Hadaris leans back in his chair, stroking his beard again. He likes to do that, as he regards the amulet you hold out for his inspection. Ah, a curious piece of jewelry indeed. The craftsmanship is exquisite, and the magical aura emanating from it is quite strong. I believe I may know someone who could shed some light on the origins and properties. He gestures toward the staircase leading up on the second floor. Oh, and what is his name? Okay, head upstairs to the spell library and ask for Archmagister Vindas. You know, as far as I know, I don't even recall these names actually in the Mages Guild in Morrowind, so I kind of like that it's familiar but, you know, new and different. I mean, maybe he lingers about in there, but, you know, I walked around and really the people I associate with him there are like Rhaenys, you know, and Ajira, right? That Khajiit, and that the one who teleports me, you know, the guild teleporter in Belmora, you know, people like that, and Shagrana or what I forgot, you know, that orc that, you know, needed my help as well. I think to was it to retrieve that skull that in the Luvalu tomb or something. It began with an L. He is one of our most knowledgeable scholars, specializing in ancient artifacts and their magical properties. If anyone can provide insight to your amulet, it would be him. Hadaris stands up from his chair and waves you off. I am sure you'll find him, poring over ancient texts. Just ask any of the other mages if you need help finding him. Very well. I will just do now. Head upstairs. Do I have to do head? Oh, head upstairs and find Archmagister Vindus. I should have thanked Hadaris, but it's okay. Do I know now the spell Fireball? Do I have to do something to that ball? Okay, you make your way upstairs to the, because, well, in Morrowind, you just buy the spell and you learn it. Same goes for Oblivion. You just buy the spell and know it, but in Skyrim, you actually have to take that step to read the book. Essentially consuming the book to learn the spell. You make your way upstairs to the second floor of the Mage's Guild. The polished wooden steps creaking softly beneath your feet. The air grows heavier with the scent of ancient parchment and the hum of scholarly conversation as you ascend. As at the top of the stairs, you find yourself in a large circular room lined with towering bookshelves that stretch from floor to ceiling. Check to see if I have learned the Fireball spell. Do we even have to do that? Ah, good. Look at that. Firebolt, healing, Fireball. You have indeed learned the Fireball spell. Significant progress in expanding your magical capabilities. I love that. Let's just continue, see if we can't find this Archmagister Vindus. As you stand in the spell library on the second floor of the Mage's Guild in Balmora, a thin Dunmer wearing the guild's blue robes walks past you, his face a map of years, and his gray-streaked dreadlocks falling over his shoulders. This is a Dunmer, it said, yeah. You catch his attention as he passes. Let's continue. Is it him? Okay, the Archmagister, it is him, stops and turns to face you, his red eyes flickering with interest as he notices the amulet dangling from your hand. You there, he says, his voice a deep rumble. I couldn't help but notice the curious piece of jewelry you're holding. Might I inquire as to its origins and nature? He takes a step closer, peering at the amulet with keen eyes. Okay. You hold out the amulet for the Archmagister Vindus inspection, feeling its weight and warmth in your hand. I discovered this amulet in an ancient shrine in the Ashlands, Your Grace. The carvings in the shrine spoke of a magical ward, and when I approached the altar, I do remember that, yep. The crystal transformed into this enchanted amulet. So, I'll take a turn. Should I just give it to him? Do. Okay. For closer inspection. Oh. What is this red thing? Why is... Archmagister Vindus takes the amulet from your outstretched hand, his slender fingers wrapping delicately around the smooth metal. As he examines the intricately carved surface, his brow furrows slightly. Indeed, this is quite fascinating. He turns the amulet over in his hand, holding it up to catch the light, filtering through the high windows. Now what? I'm going to end this quickly, soon, guys. I'm getting a little, I have to, but the craftsmanship is exceptional and the magical ore is unlike anything I've encountered before. Tell me, did you notice any specific symbols or markings in the shrines where you found this? Oh, I can't remember that. He looks at you intently, his red eyes narrowing as he studies your face. The Ashlands are home to many ancient ruins, but few contain artifacts of such power. I just want to try to see if I can't, get a little bit more information about it and possibly move on to what the next step will have to be, but then I won't actually start it until, for next episode. The Ashlands are home to the many ancient ruins, but few contain artifacts of such power. I will say I do believe there were markings in the shrine, but I'm not 100% sure, but almost sure. But few contain artifacts. What does this amulet do exactly? And does it have a name? Yes, artifacts such as these typically have names, Archmagister Vindis nods thoughtfully as you speak, his gaze drifting back to the amulet in his hands. The markings you mentioned could be crucial in understanding the full extent of this artifact's power. As for its name, I'm afraid I cannot say for certain. That's great. But I have seen similar designs in ancient texts that refer to it as the Amulet of the Sixth House. Okay, we're going to refer to it as such now. I wish it was a shorter title, but Amulet of the Sixth House. Like, can't it just be called, I don't know, Moonlight, or, what is one? Necromancer's Amulet, right? From that Blood on the Ice quest in Skyrim, right? He looks up from the amulet, his eyes meeting yours. Okay. Amulet of the Sixth House, okay. The Sixth House. I've heard that name before, but I can't quite place it. You muse aloud. Oh, it's telling me what I'm saying, huh? Trying to recall where you might have come across the term, Vindis continues. The Amulet of the Sixth House is said to grant its wearer enhanced magical resistance and the ability... Oh, hold on. Enhanced magical resistance. Good. And the ability to harness greater power. It's an artifact of considerable antiquity and potency. Yeah. So basically, I'm guessing it not supplements, but maybe enhances my already, the powers I already have, as well as giving me resistance, right? He turns the amulet over in his hands. How many times does he have to keep flipping it, Tracing his fingers along the intricate engravings. Okay. The markings are a key component. They likely provide a clue to the amulet's true purpose. Have you considered visiting the shrine again to document or study the symbols in detail? I have some texts that might be enlightening, though I'd need to consult them for an hour or two. Yes, okay. Please, could you consult your books? Then I can wait. Perhaps I can do some shopping around Balmora while you do this. Did he give me? No, he's still holding it. Do you need? Yeah, I'm worried that if he keeps that amulet, it's gonna throw in a monkey wrench and have either him get abducted or the amulet gets stolen, and I kind of like it. I want to keep it, you know. Do you need the amulet during the research, or may I please have it back? Okay, let's do that. Let's ask that. Considers your request for a moment, his eyes flickering between you and the amulet in his hand. Very well, he says, extending the amulet back toward you. You may keep the amulet for now. I should be able to glean enough information from my text without needing to examine it further. He gestures toward the door. Feel free to explore Balmora while I delve into my archives. Okay, I will ask one more thing. How much time do you need? And this is where I'm going to save the game. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you again, Grumpy Scamp, for inspiring me to want to get back to this. And what's nice is playing this Morrowind in AI Dungeon, I think pairs well with my 1000 subscriber special of Morrowind. So that way you can kind of compare, you know, how, well, not only how similar, but also how different, you know, the game world can be, how this AI dungeon procedurally generates the world along the way, and its interpretation of, you know, Morrowind, the lore, the different races and things like that. So, I would say at least 2 hours. Okay. The texts I need to consult are located in the upper archives, and I'll have to decipher several ancient Daedric scriptures. Perhaps we could meet back here at dusk. Great. He glances out the window, noting the position of the sun. That's right. Yeah, it is still old school. You know, you tell the time by the sun, but you would think there are other magical means, right? That should give you ample time to conduct a thorough investigation. Great. Not me, but that should give me ample time to conduct a thorough. Okay, sounds great. So now I will just save game. I forgot if that's how you do it. Hope I didn't fuck anything up. Okay. Good. You save game. I better. As you leave the Mages Guild, the bus... Okay, we'll just read that later. Okay, my friends, so that is it. Hope you all enjoyed, and see you.